Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you might be watching from in the world today. Um, Today, where I am in America, East Coast, North America, it is December 31st. It is New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2025. If you've already entered your new year from where you're watching from and listening from, Happy New Year to you. Peace and blessings. Um, this is the last day of my Spirit Animal Oracle series, as I was previously guided by Spirit to share with you all. So when I first started this, Spirit guided me to pull a card every day between then and today. And I've been thinking about how I want to continue this series because I do. Um, so look out for either another short video from me or a post from me inviting your thoughts about, um, the frequency with of how often I share these messages. I've thought about doing it once a week. I've also thought about every other day. I've also considered every other week and once a month. So I just wanted to get other folks' thoughts who've perhaps been enjoying this series and see what y'all might want to have a chance to have me share, how often you want me to share next year, starting tomorrow. So today, December 31st, 2025, I am so excited about this one. Wolf Spirit wants to hang out with us today. Beautiful, beautiful wolf spirit. Look at those eyes. And wolf spirit wants us to turn knowledge into wisdom. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So the biggest impression, the strongest impression coming through with wolf spirit is knowledge from the mind, turning that into wisdom from the heart center, from our knowingness, our inner wisdom. So again, this is something that we've been cultivating, right? We have had this year past that we can look to, reflect on, gain our wisdom from. And we are in this stage of embodying these reflections, and we're turning those reflections into wisdom that we will carry with us into this new year. So, this is a very straightforward, very clear message from Wolf Spirit. Wolf Spirit stepping into our wisdom, standing on the knowledge of the past, and there's also an aspect of this that includes, again, the higher consciousness wisdom, our soul's light, our higher wise selves, our spirit's wisdom that we are integrating into our human experiences. This is the knowledge that we are transforming into wisdom. And as we bring this knowledge down into a symbiotic relationship with our human expression of ourselves, as we walk our path and purpose in life, as we work on our ascension and healing, as we step fiercely and strongly on our paths and finding our truths. Um, this knowledge that we are integrating is becoming heart-centered wisdom. that we will use to help guide us on our path and help us to really define and articulate our higher paths and purposes, and to also be that light for others, to share that heart-centered love and wisdom and fellowship with our fellow humans on this ascension journey. So thank you, Wolf Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Wolf Spirit. Turning our knowledge into wisdom. Turning our knowledge into wisdom. So it's very subtle, but I don't know if you can see, I guess it's a little bit clearer on this side. There's kind of like this circle around Wolf Spirit. And as I was meditating on the image, this seems to be like a portal kind of a feeling, like stepping through into the new. So stepping through this portal into the new. And what's coming through about that is, again, you know, this contemplative season, this reflective season. We're moving through this stage of our healing process. We're releasing a lot of stuff that defined our old selves, and we're stepping into our new selves. So in a metaphorical kind of way, that's that portal, that window, that, you know, we're not just looking through the window at somewhere we want to go. We're actually getting there. We're actually on the other side of that window now. It's not something that we're longing for any longer. It's actually a truth that we're stepping into. We're stepping into our new selves, into this new year. So thank you, Wolf Spirit. Thank you very, very, very much. So we're going to hang out with Wolf Spirit today, reflecting on knowledge from this past year that we've gained from our human existence this past year, and turning that into heart-centered wisdom. So how might that look? Let's see. How might that look? So thinking about the challenges that we've overcome, thinking about the lessons that we've learned, you know, what can we carry with us as the spiritual lesson, rather than focusing on how difficult it was and what exactly the challenge was, and oh my goodness, I hope that doesn't happen again. You know, how did you overcome that challenge? What was the lesson that you learned? And how can you carry that lesson forward with you into your new self, into this new year? Let's reflect on that. Yeah, I think that's a good approach that I'm gonna see if I can incorporate while I hang out with Wolf Spirit today. All right, so reflections on yesterday with Flamingo Spirit. So, I don't know about you. I hope you had some fun. I did actually enjoy hanging out with Flamingo Spirit. I still have quite a bit of emotional grief that's moving through me right now. And so I was finding that message from Flamingo very helpful to, you know, as a swell of emotion kind of ended. I found it really, really helpful to think about my breath and finding that, embracing that in between with my breathing, with my breath. So, you know, that in between the inhale and the exhale, and that in between the exhale and that inhale. So I found that really helpful to just really close out those emotional swells as they would rise and fall. Just kind of close out with breath work on that. I found that very comforting. I didn't expect that kind of reflection, but that definitely stands out as the most significant reflection with Flamingo Spirit. So thank you, Flamingo Spirit. All right, December 31st, 2025. Wolf Spirit has come forward to remind us that we have this ability to carry our knowledge with us into our new selves and turn that knowledge into wisdom. Again, knowledge, knowing from the mind, thinking from the mind, figuring out from the mind. After we've reflected and mulled over those things and kind of pulled out the seeds that we have planted and tossed out those reflections and frameworks and definitions that don't fit anymore, and as we're building those new frameworks, our new normals, our new definitions, as incorporated with our higher consciousness wisdom, we're pulling that down into our human experiences, our human expression of ourselves, and pulling that out as heart-centered wisdom. So knowledge into wisdom, turning knowledge into wisdom. All right, everyone. Enjoy your day with Wolf Spirit today. I wish you all the best. Peace and blessings, and I'll see you soon.